I went to Flower City Comic Con over in Rochester, New York, a little over a week ago now, and I met Megan Hollinshead, who has other names, but she's an American voice actress who plays Nurse Joy and was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Mai Valentine for a little while. She was also Shizune in Naruto, Caster in Fate's Stay Night, and Ranjiku Matsumoto in Bleach, and Ray I. Meyer in Ergo Proxy. Now, for me, Bleach, I watched one or two episodes, went to bed, had a nightmare, and then just wasn't able to go ahead and watch it ever again, which is unfortunate. But Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, I watched a lot of it, and I thought that it was amazing. I purchased a signed print from her for $40 of her and Duelist Kingdom. I believe it was from the duel with Yuki, because it was just her. It didn't involve Yuki. Um, Now, I really, really enjoyed the convention. She was also Arane in Gurren Lagann, which Gurren Lagann was one of the animes I really liked as well. One of the first animes I watched outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. She also was apparently in Sonic X, which I did not realize that. And in TMNT. And obviously the Pokemon movies, which is really cool. At the convention, there were a few people who I really enjoyed seeing. And one of those people was the 501st. The 501st was at the convention. They do cosplay, obviously, for Star Wars. In 2027, they'll be doing the 50th anniversary of Star Wars and all sorts of stuff. And I thought that was really cool. Now, I didn't go to any panels. I just went to Open Gaming and through the vendor hall. And really, the reason I went was because I wanted to meet Megan Hollinshead. Because she is a really cool voice actress and voiced some of my favorite characters. Now, I love Mai. Yes, she's problematic at some points, but I just absolutely love her character arc and the way things work with her. And obviously, everybody loves Nurse Joy. If you don't love Nurse Joy, yeah, I don't know why we watch Pokemon. Now, I think it's really cool to see some of these things that people have seen there, because when you do that, you allow yourselves to see just a whole bunch of stuff. I actually saw a friend of mine who opened up her little shop vending, and I thought that was really cool because it allowed me to actually see what she's doing. And my favorite vendor was the fudge guy, and this isn't a euphemism. This is a guy who literally came and had 70 flavors of fudge. And I tried a couple flavors of the fudge, and then purchased cotton candy fudge, quarter pound of it, $7. And then my friend who I went with got a pound of fudge, and yeah, for his parents, and he also got like half a pound of fudge for himself, which was amazing. That we were able to just get fudge like that. What? Are the dolphins canned tuna? Oh, I just got a notification that the Grossi Perta show is live. At the convention, I also purchased dice. Because every time I go to a convention, I buy dice. And something I'd really like to see conventions do is dice. The problem is the amount of work that goes into dice and dice making. I want to get into dice making, but I looked into it and I was like, holy crap, that's labor intensive. And no guarantee I'd make any money. But yeah, it was a pretty interesting convention. My favorite guy was the fudge guy because of what he had. I also looked around, looked at some anime. There was a guy selling a manga that I really wanted, which is Dungeon Meshi, but he only had 1, 2, and 3, and I need 6 through 10, which is whatever. But knowing where he is, I could be like, hey, I can just go get that, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, overall, it was a really good convention. I have another convention coming up in November. 2 conventions, actually. One in Niagara Falls and one in Buffalo. The one in Buffalo, I'm actually part of the executive committee of, and the one in Niagara Falls, I plan on running a couple of panels. I applied for like 5. One, I'm not sure they're going to approve because it's about capybaras and it's an anime con. But everybody loves capybaras. And then also at the one in Buffalo, I plan on running 2 panels in addition to being like the executive team. One of them being a panel on dungeon food. Would it be good? And the other panel on otters. One thing I've just decided to do, because people seem to like when I talk about animals, is that every convention I am part of the executive committee for, I'm going to do a panel on an animal that I like. Last convention I did capybaras, and I'm planning on doing the capybara panel again. Unfortunately, I have to change it because one of the things in it was that there's a capybara at the zoo, and she was 11, and unfortunately she passed away earlier this year, and I wasn't aware of that until recently, and that's really sad. And then the otters are just, I love otters. But yeah, going to anime and comic conventions is one of my favorite things, and I would love to someday actually be a paid guest at one, but obviously who knows if that'll ever happen. But yeah, thank you.